Was smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. We back, and we got top 10 celebrities who relocated to the UK. So I'm gonna press play, and let's figure out why. Why did they leave?
For
Why did
various
they go?
reasons, these American celebs took refuge in the United Kingdom. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 US celebrities who relocated to the UK. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on notable American celebs that either lived temporarily in the United Kingdom or became permanent residents. Number 10. T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot? T.S. Eliot?
Until the age of 39, this literary fellow was a tried and true American. T.S. Eliot was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and later received an Ivy League education at Harvard University. In 1914, he was awarded a Merton College Oxford scholarship, which brought him overseas. He soon met a Cambridge governess named Vivian Haywood, which only increased his fascination with the United Kingdom. In 1927, Eliot became an official British citizen, and he ultimately remained in the UK despite his failed marriage. Today, his early poems remain masterpieces, and his later work came from a distinctly British point of view. Over the years, Thomas Stearns Eliot heavily influenced UK society, both through his own works and by publishing British writers.
Elliot, T.S. Eliot. Gentlemen?
Number 9. Henry James. As one of the more notable transatlantic realists, this man familiarized himself with the United Kingdom during his early years. In fact, Henry James set up shop in London in 1869, shortly before his first novel, Watch and Ward, was published. Just over 40 years later, James received his first of 3 Nobel Prize nominations, with the last coming in 1916, the last year of his life. While these accolades are
See, they're going back to they're going to some classics, like before my time. Before my time, that's for sure. But it's good to learn that history, you know? Never know when you might need to use it.
significant for James's legacy, 1915 was also significant in that he was finally able to become a British citizen before passing away in Chelsea not long after. Number 8. Tori Amos.
Welcome to England.
As a 5-year-old, this minister's daughter was the youngest person ever admitted to the prestigious Peabody Conservatory of Music in Baltimore, Maryland. Nearly a quarter of a century later, Tori Amos released her acclaimed solo debut, Little Earthquakes, surely a classic of early 90s American alternative rock.
Why do we crucify ourselves?
In 1998, she married an Englishman named Mark Hawley, a sound engineer, and she now records from her Cornwall barn, otherwise known as Martian Engineering Studios.
Love it. Love Cornwall. Yay, Cornwall.
Tori still spends a lot of time in her native America, but her sound comes from the Celtic Sea, full of UK inspiration. Number 7. Terry Gilliam.
I love that Celtic. See, I want to visit that Celtic Sea. That sounds very magical. I like that.
What is your favorite color? Blue. Fine, off you go.
In 1969, the Monty Python comedy group arrived on the British scene. Yet one of those members, Terry Gilliam, was actually born in the American Upper Midwest. Upon his UK arrival, the American animator worked on the kids series Do Not Adjust Your Set, where he met Michael Palin, Eric Idle, and Terry Jones, all of whom would become Monty Python collaborators. In 1968, Gilliam became a naturalized citizen and embarked on a career that would greatly impact the film industry and UK pop culture as a whole. Due to political concerns, Gilliam further distanced himself from his birth nation by renouncing his American citizenship in 2006. Number 6.
Damn, he renounced it? Well, one thing I can say is so far, everybody really went to the UK for really, really great reasons, and it seems like they really prospered.
Gillian Anderson.
Agent Mulder. I'm Dana Scully. I've been assigned to work with you.
Here's an American-born actress that wasn't lured by the UK like some of her contemporaries. Gillian Anderson actually grew up in North London, Haringey and Crouch End to be precise, as her father moved the family to attend London Film School in Covent Garden. She spent her younger years in England before returning back to the American Midwest, which explains why she shifts between accents. To many, she's known as Agent Scully from the American hit series The X-Files, yet she identifies more with London than Hollywood and continues to live in her beloved UK today.
I'm very comfortable here. It feels like home.
Number 5. Tim Burton.
So then I come up.
Tim Burton. Honestly, I feel like this would happen to me if I went to the UK. I do. I've always felt drawn to the UK, to be honest with you.
Over to England, and it's like, wow,
home.
During his formative years, this American film director lived in Burbank, California, so naturally he was close to the Hollywood scene. In 2001, however, Tim Burton found love with the eclectic English actress Helena Bonham Carter, and the two settled in the Belsize Park community of North London, living in conjoined homes for personal space. Though the two broke up in 2014, the director continues to live in the United Kingdom, a place that he described as home when he first visited, as the societal texture contrasts with the normalcy.
That's one of my favorite movies ever. Edward Scissorhands. Whew. Man, now I gotta go run that back.
Of his California upbringing. Number 4, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Indeed I am.
For a full decade, this Oscar-winning actress called London home. Raised in the beachside community of Santa Monica, Gwyneth Paltrow lived the Hollywood lifestyle early in her career, dating actors like Brad Pitt and Ben Affleck. But then she met Coldplay singer Chris Martin, who was born in Devon and studied at University College London. The couple ultimately married in California in 2003 and later moved to a Belsize Park mansion. Alas, Gwyneth divorced from her English lover in the mid-2010s, but Martin set up shop in LA across the street from his ex-wife to stay near to their children.
He's like my brother. I'm very close to him.
Number 3, Stanley Kubrick. Born and raised in New York City, this American film director didn't exactly embrace
The Shining. I stayed in a hotel that reminded me of The Shining. I mean, this movie right here, the genius that was put into making this, I mean...
the Hollywood system. In fact, Stanley Kubrick mostly kept to himself even while on the set. In 1961, he and his wife Christiane settled in the United Kingdom, and for the next several decades, the director worked primarily from his Hertfordshire home. He rarely left England after his relocation, making him somewhat of a mythical character stateside. His work also reflects that change, as while his early films can be considered American classics, films like Dr. Strangelove and Lolita are most definitely British productions. Number 2, Madonna. By the late 90s, this American musician had long been in the spotlight. On the flip side, Guy Ritchie of Hertfordshire had just begun his film career after releasing Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. After meeting at a party hosted by Sting a few months earlier, as fate would have it, the movie's soundtrack would be released on Madonna's label, Maverick Records. This meeting of the minds ultimately led to romance. When the couple married in 2000, they settled in the UK, taking up residence in the illustrious Ashcombe House of Wiltshire, and when they divorced, Madge relocated to London's Marylebone community, where they had previously purchased a £7 million 10-bedroom Georgian townhouse. Number 1, Kevin Spacey.
I will always be a part of this country, and I will always have a place in London.
As a true
He looked like he was just, like he's always been from there. Like, honestly, I would have thought he was from there. Like he just seems like a British guy.
Renaissance man, the New Jersey native has conquered Hollywood and Broadway. In 2003, Kevin Spacey's professional success led him to London, as he became the artistic director of the legendary Old Vic Theatre. The experience had a profound effect on Spacey, stating that it gave him a whole new perspective. He retained his theatre position until 2015, the same year in which he was named for a second time an honorary commander and knight commander of the Order of the British Empire for his creative contributions to British theatre. Some American celebrities relocate to the UK for love and family, and in a sense that's exactly what Kevin Spacey did too, as he's become the UK's adopted son. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips.
Honestly, I learned a lot, like, just paying attention and really listening. It's like, it seems like the UK would be, it's a magical place. It really does. It's like all these creators, majority of them was really mostly like creators. Who went there and they just fell in love, or they probably felt like they could get away from, the US and just work in a secluded place like that one director did and become a mythological character. So, man, to see Tim Burton and people who have made the movies I love the most, from The Nightmare Before Christmas to Edward Scissorhands, to see them go over there and just fall in love with it. It's got to be something magical about it. What's that one lady that said she went to the Celtic Sea and she got, like, it just sounds magical. It sounds amazing. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot. A lot of these people were before my time, and I wasn't even expecting those type of celebrities that were older. I was expecting like newer, more names that would ring more so on my generation. A couple of them did, like I said, Tim Burton. A couple of them did, Madonna, obviously, but then it was so much that I didn't know. So it was a learning experience for me. With that being said, shout out to the UK. Shout out to my Brits. Much love. Original link in the description. And if you want more videos like this, hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell. Much love.